Bass Reeves was born a slave, as I mentioned, in July of 1838. He faced a variety of unique challenges in his life, obstacles to win his freedom and become the first black U.S. Marshal west of the Mississippi River. His life story is amazing. It's a powerful example of courage, perseverance, but most of all, integrity, and certainly making him a worthy American hero. Bass Reeves was enslaved. He fled to Indian Territory, encompassing what would become the state of Oklahoma. There he lived among native tribes, including the Cherokee, Creek, and Seminole peoples. He became an expert tracker, hunter, and outdoorsman. Of course, these skills and his knowledge of the terrain would make him an exceptional law enforcement officer to cover this very same territory, this wild country. After the Civil War ended and slavery was abolished and he was no longer a hunted man, Reeves became a farmer and a family man. In 1875, he would have been 37 years old. Judge Isaac Parker appointed Reeves as a deputy U.S. Marshal for the Western District of Arkansas. The territory Reeves was assigned to patrol was enormous, with very, very poor job security. There had been over 100 marshals that disappeared into this lawless territory, never heard from again, likely ambushed by outlaws and buried in unmarked graves. The territory covered thousands of square miles and was home to a variety of unsavory predators, especially the kind that walk on two legs. Historians estimate that he arrested an unheard of 3,000 criminals. This is, of course, a record for a U.S. Marshal, and brought them to justice. What makes this accomplishment even more impressive is that Reeves often worked alone. He relied on his keen intelligence and his Indian-like tracking skills and a broad and very solid knowledge of the territory he operated in. But he was unable to read. As a slave, he was forbidden to learn how to read. But he had, as friends and people report from the time, a photographic memory. And add to that he stood 6 foot 2 inches tall, which is large at that time. The average man probably was about 5'6" or 5'7", and he was physically powerful. As well, he was a crack shot with both his matching .44 caliber pistols and his .44-40 1873 Winchester lever-action rifle. Perhaps more important than his native skills was Reeves' commitment to justice. He believed that law should be applied equally to everyone. In fact, the perfect example was when he was tasked to arrest his own son, Benjamin. Benny, and he loved this boy, was wanted for the murder of Benny's own wife. Rather than allow family loyalties to interfere with his duties, Reeves personally carried out the arrest of his own son, who he loved, and he felt bad about this all his life. But this was incredibly painful, but still he determined from the beginning of his career that justice must be done.